in this question, we're told that the coefficient of the x cubed term in this expression is twice the coefficient of the x squared term in this expression. But we don't know what rows they are, so we'll just have to work with what we have. So we don't know what row it is, but we know that n choose 3 is 2 times as big as n choose 2. Okay? So that means we need two lots of this. 2 lots of this expression to equal this expression, right? So this represents the coefficient of the x cubed, and this represents the coefficient of the x squared. So now we need to, how can we move from this? Well, we know that n choose 3 is n factorial over 3 factorial times n minus 3 factorial. That's that step. And that is equal to 2 times n factorial over 2 factorial times n minus 2 factorial. Remember, that's from our rule of n choose r is equal to n factorial over r factorial times n minus r factorial. So what does n factorial mean? So we've got, that becomes n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3, etc., until we get to 1. Okay, if you've forgotten that, just remember, see if I said to you, what is 5 factorial? 5 factorial is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, that's all I've done there. And this is over the top of 3 factorial, which is just 3 times 2 times 1, times n minus 3 times n minus 4 times n minus 5, etc., until we get to 1. Okay, so let me just get rid of that. Now that is equal to, looking at the other side now, that is equal to 2 times n factorial, which is n times n minus 1 times n minus 2, etc., etc., over 2 factorial, which is 2 times 1, times n minus 2 factorial, n minus 2 times n minus 3 times, etc., till we get to 1. Well, that looks pretty messy, but we can actually eliminate, we can get rid of a few things here. So in this side here, we can now, we know that we have all of this can go because it's the same. So now we're just left with n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 over 3 times 2, which is 6. Okay, and on this side, we can get rid of n minus 2 and beyond, and this 2 can cancel out. So now we only have n times n minus 1 on this side. Now it's looking a little bit tidier. Let's simplify that further. Let's multiply this 6 across there. So now we've got n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 is equal to 6n times n minus 1. Well, I've got an n on both sides and an n minus 1 on both sides, so let's just get rid of those. So if both multiplied that, that means that n minus 2 has to equal to 6. If n minus 2 is equal to 6, then n must be equal to 8. So really, the value of n is 8, so we're looking at row 8. So for that to be the case, we must be looking at x plus 1 to the power of 8. And that is your answer.